Mumbai, Bombay, Mayanagri, maximum city. Once a group of 7 islands surrounded by water, today it's known as a city of dreams for the lakhs who visit or stay on. For a tourist, it has everything on the menu. Before the colonial efforts to build a city, Mumbai drew visitors from across the world. The Kanheri and Mahakali Caves provide a glimpse into the pre-colonial and ancient history of Mumbai. The Mahakali Caves are actually a Buddhist monastery dating back to the 1st century and is located in the eastern suburb of Kanheri in the city of Mumbai. The caves are rock-cut monuments and have depictions of the Buddha and figures from Buddhist mythology. The Elephanta Caves on the island of Gharapuri is another link to Mumbai's ancient history. Now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Elephanta Caves are largely a collection of cave temples of Lord Shiva. One of the main attractions, the Trimurti, also known as the Mahesh Murti or Sadashiva, is located on the south wall opposite the main entrance. The Trimurti is considered a masterpiece and the most important sculpture in the caves. The left panel of the northern entrance to the cave depicts Yogeshvara, Shiva as the Lord of Yoga, and the right shows Natraj, Shiva as the Lord of Dance. Located close to the 7 islands that today form a part of Mumbai city, these caves take a tourist back to Mumbai's ancient past. But how did this group of unconnected islands become a bustling metropolis that operates 24/7? Along with international events like the opening of the Suez Canal that made Mumbai an important port in the international shipping routes, there were other factors. The location of the islands, the colonial past, and, well, Abe Lincoln to some extent.
So when the American Civil War started is when cotton supply from America to the mills of Britain stopped, and that is when for 4 years there was a cotton boom in the city. So all the money that came into the city at that point of time was employed to make grand buildings. So whether it is the High Court or the CSMT station or the BMC building, all of these were constructed from the cotton boom money.
Colonial Mumbai began with this building known as the Manor House, the first known colonial structure in the city. The original structure was built by the Portuguese nobleman Gracia de Horta, who had leased the island from the King of Portugal. The islands were handed over to the British as a gift when Catherine of Braganza married Charles II in May 1662. A sundial, believed to be the Portuguese era, still stands witness to where it all began, with the face of Catherine engraved on it. The fort and the trading centers all developed around this structure, and a city was born. But the city, as we know today, developed outside the fort. The railways came up and the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj terminus, built in 1887, has now come to represent the city, especially in films. Then known as Victoria Terminus, the station was built to replace the Boribundar railway station of the Great Indian Peninsula Railway. Today, it houses the headquarters of the Central Railway. Jagannath Nana Shankar Sheth, who was a Maharashtrian philanthropist and educationist, famous for its contribution to Mumbai's development, played a key role in its construction and the development of railways. Alongside the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj terminus, the headquarters of the Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai stands out as the other defining image of Mumbai. The construction of building opposite the railway station started in 1885. The building is a blend of Venetian Gothic and Indo-Saracenic architecture. One of the most interesting structures in the heritage precincts of Mumbai is the Esplanade Mansion, where India's first motion picture was screened by the Lumiere brothers. Up for demolition now due to its derelict condition, Watson's Hotel, located in the iconic Kala Ghoda area of Mumbai, is India's oldest surviving cast iron building. The legend Jamshedji Tata came up with the idea for Mumbai's Taj Mahal Hotel after he was denied entry in Watson's, which was open to Europeans only at that time. Flora Fountain, built in 1864, depicts the Roman goddess Flora. The Flora Mountain was erected at the exact place where a fort gate stood before its demolition, along with the Mumbai fort walls. The fountain was restored by the BMC recently and a testament to city's rich culture and heritage. This 300-year-old church is the oldest church in Mumbai. St. Thomas Cathedral was built during the time of Gerald Ongier and marks colonial Mumbai's point zero. From the church, 16 milestones were laid out, leading to the north of the city. Another structure that is a key link to the city's colonial past is the majestic Darbar Hall of Halfplane Institute, was decorated specially for felicitation of Prince of Wales during his visit in 1875 to the then Governor's House. This is where the first British Darbar took place in India. The heritage precinct on Mumbai draws so many visitors because of the structures that breathe a story, especially to its architecture. One of the most iconic landmarks in Mumbai and a prime tourist attraction is the Gateway of India. It was built to commemorate the landing of King Emperor George V and Queen Mary in December 1911 in Mumbai, which was the first visit by a British monarch to India. The Gateway is also the monument from where the last British troops left India in 1948. Tourists flock the area even today to click photographs against the Gateway or the Taj Mahal Hotel.
गेट ऑफ इंडिया की ऐतिहासिक जगह है, बना हुआ है, इसीलिए फ़ोटो लेते हैं और जाते हैं दिखाने के लिए। मैं मुंबई गया तो घूमने के लिए, गेट ऑफ इंडिया गया तो घूमने के लिए।
जो मुंबई की ब्यूटी है ना, वो मैं देखना चाहता था। तो यहाँ की जो ब्यूटी है ना, वो मेरे को और कहीं लगा नहीं कि मेरे को और कहीं होगा ऐसा। That's why I'm here.
बहुत अच्छी सिटी है, बहुत क्लीन सिटी है। यहाँ का मतलब डेवलपमेंट बहुत प्यारा है।
A few blocks from the Manor House, overlooking the Horniman Circle Gardens, is the Town Hall. The imposing white structure today houses a library and a museum, which has priceless treasures including Dante's first issue of Inferno. Surviving among the rapid urbanization in Mumbai is Khota Jivari, a collection of Portuguese-style bungalows amidst some of the most crowded areas of the city, giving us a glimpse of what Mumbai used to be. The Rajabai clock tower is modelled on the Big Ben. Today, the chimes have been restored and it is an admirable piece of architecture integral to Mumbai. the remnant of a colonial legacy, Dhobi Ghat is a collection of rows of open-air concrete wash pens. It is often referred to as the world's largest outdoor laundry and is a prime attraction for tourists. Since the time of Garcia de Orta, Mumbai has been a melting pot of cultures. Along with Kolis, Kunbis, Agris, Bhandaris, Prabhus, Moors, Konkani, Muslims, Baniyas, Parsis, Jews, Portuguese and British, the city has been enriched by intermingling of people who made it their home. Mumbai was enriched by multiple cultures, whether it's the Parsis or Jews or other trading communities who left an indelible impression on the city through structures that exist even today. The Bhaudaji Lad Museum opened in 1872 as the erstwhile Victoria and Albert Museum, Bombay. It was the first colonial building to be built for the specific purpose of housing a museum. It was built with the patronage of many wealthy Indian businessmen and philanthropists like Jagannath, Shankar Seth, David Sassoon and Sir Jamsetji Jijibhoy. As Mumbai's first museum, it showcases the city's cultural heritage and history through a rare collection of fine and decorative arts. The famous Chor Bazaar of Mumbai and the Lal Bagh Spice Market are also tourist attractions one cannot miss. As they all collectively form the story of Mumbai. And while visiting the Bhaudaji Lad Museum, one can always check out the adjacent Mumbai Zoo. Among the most ancient sign of the habitation on these islands is the Ganga tank, which historians believe was built in AD 1127 by Lakshman Prabhu, a minister in the court of Silhara kings of Thane. Ancient legend suggests, while on his way to Lanka, overcome with fatigue and thirst, Lord Ram asked his brother Lakshman to bring him some water. Lakshman instantly shot an arrow into the ground and water gushed from the ground, hence its name Ganga. Another connect to Mumbai origins is the Mumba Devi Temple, dedicated to the goddess Mumba. Local incarnation of the mother goddess. Mumba Devi is a deity of the city of Mumbai.
ये मुंबई माया नगरी की कुल देवी हैं। यहाँ का विशेष महत्व ये है कि भगवती के दरबार में जो भी मनोकामना वो मांगते हैं वो भगवती की कृपा से पूर्ण होती है।
There is a Delhi connection with the name Mumbai, right? So it is believed that Alauddin Khilji's son Mubarak Shah attacked this area, and that time people prayed to a local goddess, and it is her powers which are believed to have defeated the invading king. So जैसे you have Mahishasur Mardini because she killed Mahishasur. Similarly, the one who killed Mumbarak Rakshas, यानी Mubarak Shah, yeah, was given the name Mumba Devi. And from Mumba Devi comes the name of the city, which is Mumbai.
The Siddhivanayak Temple also draws visitors to Mumbai. The wooden doors are carved with images of the Ashtavinayak, the 8 manifestations of Lord Ganesha in Maharashtra. The inner roof of the sanctum is plated with gold. The Mount Mary Church is another place of worship that draws visitors. The shrine attracts people from all faiths who pray to the Virgin Mary for expressing their gratitude or requesting favors. The current structure is nearly 100 years old, but the origins of the church, it is believed, goes back to the 16th century. The Mahindarga, another hugely popular tourist destination, dedicated to Makhdoom Ali Mahimi Shafi, a saint and scholar of international repute, was chosen to be the city's Qazi. The Kasbah of Mahim is another example of how cultures blended here. Mahim is one of the original 7 islands that later formed the city of Bombay. The Qazi's family were Arab travelers from Iraq, settled in the Kasbah of Mahim. Since the ancient times grew, as the gap between islands were filled and free passage was created to form Bombay or Mumbai, which tourists today simply cannot miss. Popularly known as the Queen's Necklace, the promenade of Marine Drive and its stunning view of the sea draws visitors to Mumbai. Most of the buildings erected by wealthy residents on side of the road were constructed in an Art Deco style, which was popular in the 1920s and 1930s.
Marine Drive is such a beautiful attraction because this is such a place which rejuvenates you, which re-energizes you. Once you come and see the sea over here, you feel very much refreshed.
The Girgaon Chowpatty at the northern end of Marine Drive is one of the most popular places to sample the famous Mumbai chaat, and it is known for Ganesh Visarjan. The Jubilee Beach is another popular beach, and its food stalls draw thousands of tourists every day. No trip to Mumbai is complete without the lip-smacking food the city offers. The Pancham Puriwala, one of the oldest restaurants in the city, located just outside the BT station, came up before the station, or around 170 years ago. From a meager 4 annas in 1848, a plate of puri bhaji costs ₹45 today. A walk on the Marine Drive must be followed by some ice cream at Bachelor's or chaat at Girgaon Chowpatty. Mumbai's most popular gastronomic export and the city's favorite snack, the Vada Pav, has to be sampled at Ashok Vada Pav at Kirti College or at Vasaikars, which serves Maharashtrian delicacies as well. The pav bhaji, a potato-based curry served with buttered pav, is a specialty at Siddhar's. For biryani and Mughlai food, there is the Biryani King of Mumbai, Jafar Bhai's.
ये जो ओल्ड रेसिपी है, ट्रेडिशनल ओल्ड रेसिपीज़ जो है हमारे वालिद ने हमारे पास ऑन की है और वही चीज़ को हम लेकर चल रहे हैं। इसमें जायका और जो फ्लेवर है वो और किधर आपको नहीं मिल सकता। ये इतनी जो है वर्ल्ड रिनाउंड बिरयानी है।
Irani cafes and Parsi food is an integral part of Mumbai's food. Kayanis and Sasanian boast of legacies that are more than a century old.
Kayani falls in one of the legacies of those times, when one gentleman by the name of Khodamarad Maresban, who started this bakery cum restaurant 117 years back, Since then, generations have come and gone, partners have changed, and with the passage of time, Kayani has become a household name.
For late night hunger pangs in Mumbai, the iconic food outlet is Bade Mian in Colaba. Lip-smacking kebabs and tandoori are a foodie's delight. Or if you're the rolls person, Ayub's nearby is the place to go. No trip to Mumbai is complete without sampling its seafood menu. Gajali serves the famous Bombay duck and some really tasty crab tandoori. Mahesh Lunch Home is another option for seafood in Mumbai. 7 islands were bridged to form Mumbai city. Today, Mumbai is a bustling metropolis that welcomes visitors from across the globe. Mumbai is growing today with lessons from the past, and the Chief Minister's dream project, the Coastal Road, have grown out of a chapter from history by once again expanding into the sea.